Hi everyone, welcome back to our entrepreneurship classes, and in today's class we would move ahead to the next unit, that is unit 3. Okay, in unit 3 you will study about goals of business, goal setting and smart goals. Therefore, let us first understand the meaning of goals. Okay, what is goals or what is a goal? Goal is an end result or an objective of a business where all the employees, where all the resources are directed towards. Okay, so goal is basically, in an understandable way, it is just an end result of the company. What the company or what the business strive for is the end result. Therefore, goals are the end result, which is the main objective of the business and towards which all the companies or enterprise resources are directed towards. Therefore, as an entrepreneur, he or she needs to choose the right goal. Okay, you need to choose the right goal because all the hard work of the employees and the entrepreneur is directed towards achieving it. Therefore, an entrepreneur needs to be smart in order to attain and choose the right goal. So there are three main rules for goal setting. And what are these three main rules? Let us look into it one by one. The first one is it should be relevant. Okay, the goals that you choose as an entrepreneur should be relevant. You should not choose the goals which are pointless. Okay, you should not choose the goal which are not profitable. Instead, you should choose a goal which is relevant, which is important for your company to achieve, which is profitable. Okay, so goals should be relevant and not pointless. Pointless goals or irrelevant goals should not be considered as a goal of an enterprise. Okay, so in order to let that goal be profitable and beneficial, you have to choose a goal which is relevant. The next is it needs to be actionable. The goals which you choose should be actionable, which means the goals which you choose should be put into practice and should be put into reality and should be practicable. Goals which are not practicable should not be made. For example, your goal to go to the sun, it is not very appropriate, or it's very wrong goal of yours. Therefore, in the same manner, if as an entrepreneur, if you come up with a goal which is not actionable, which means which is not practical and which cannot come into meet its end, or which cannot reach its objectives, those are all useless. So goal should be actionable, which means it should be able to put into practice, and it should be actionable towards achieving the objectives and towards achieving the towards functioning the enterprises. Third rule of goal is goal should be achievable. You should not set up goals which are too high. Okay, and you should not also set up goals which are too low. You should set up a goal considering the resources of your company. You should set up a goal which is equivalent to which will meet the resources of your company. If you set up a very high goal, then your company's resources or your enterprise resources might not be able to reach your goal, right? And if you set up too low goals, your resources will be left as underutilization of resources. Therefore, goals should be exactly equal to the resources that you have. Therefore, goals should be achievable and towards achievable stretches. The next, a very new concept that has come up is the SMART goals. Okay, the very new concept in a goal setting has come up is a SMART goal. So what is this SMART goal? Let us look into it one by one. SMART, for the abbreviation of SMART, is specific, measurable, attainable, reliable, and reliable or relevant or time bound. So before setting up a goal, you have to consider this thing, that is a SMART goal. What is this SMART goal? Okay, let's look into the first SMART goal, that is S. S means specific. Okay, so your goal needs to be specific and not general. Okay, the goal which you make for your enterprise or for your business should be specific, in the sense that if you want to increase your sales, okay, you just write like increase of sales increase of sales, that is meaningless, right? But if you say that you want to increase your sales by 10% within a year, that is a specific goal that your enterprise will be directed towards. Therefore, goals should be specific and not general, and should not be generalized. Next is measurable. The goals that you set up should be quantitative, should be measurable in quantitative terms. Okay, it should be able to answer why, how, and how many, and how much. Okay, so measurable means goals should be measurable. For example, if you are playing football and if you do not have a goal post, you will not know how much goals you make, and it is pointless playing football. In the same manner, if your company's goal cannot be measured in terms of quantitative terms or in quantitative number, then it will be useless. Therefore, it is always good to prepare your goal keeping in mind the measurable value, that is the quantitative terms in terms of numbers, or it should be able to answer how much, how many. Okay, the next SMART goal is A. So A is attainable or achievable. As I have said earlier also, goals should be achievable. You should not set up goals which is very high or which is very low. You should set up goals which is equal to the resources of your company or equal to what your capital can meet. You should not set up goal which is very high or very low, so that it will lead to underutilization, or you cannot reach your goal if you set up your goal very high. The next thing is reliable or relevant. R stands for reliable or relevant. Here, relevant or reliable means that you should set up goal which is most important for you. You should not set up goal which is not important for you. For example, making sandwiches, for making 20 sandwiches for the employees within 2 p.m. right? It covers the factor of specific, right? Because you are going to have 20 sandwiches, and measurable. You can measure because it in quantitative term, that is in number. Then it is attainable. You can make sandwiches by 2 p.m. right? But it is not very relevant for a bank manager, because that making of sandwiches for the employees is not the most important thing for a bank manager, right? So the goals that you set up should be relevant to your enterprise, or relevant to your skills and competence that you possess. The next, in SMART goals, the next thing is T, okay? And T stands for time bound. While setting up a goal, you should keep a deadline. You should remember that within those you want to increase your sales by 10%, or you want to increase your profit by 10%. But if you don't give a deadline, the employees might take 10 to 20 years to fill up that 10% increase in the profit, right? But if you say, and if you come up with a time bound and a deadline saying to the employees that you want to achieve your goal, that is, you want to achieve this 10% increase in profit or 10% increase in sales by 3 months, then the employees will be directed towards it, and your work in your enterprise will be efficient and effective. Therefore, this time bound also needs to be considered. Therefore, this very new concept in the goal setting and goal setting up of goal strategies, those things is SMART goal. Remember, in SMART goal, S stands for specific, M stands for measurable, A stands for attainable, R stands for reliable, and T stands for time bound. So it is very easy for you to remember the newest concept, that is SMART goals. Okay, so we move ahead to our next topic, that is marketing. Okay, marketing also comes under goals of business. Therefore, what is marketing? Okay, marketing is simply means the action of promoting and selling of your product. Marketing is simply selling. In basic terms, it is just selling and selling and promoting your products in order to increase your customer base, or it includes even advertisement, okay, or advertising. So let us see what is marketing and the features of marketing. We all know what is marketing, right? Any entrepreneur or enterprise, in order to sell the product and increase the sales, it needs marketing. Even if you produce a very good product, but if you cannot sell and if you keep in the stock, it will be useless. Therefore, marketing plays a very important role in the life cycle of a product. So let's look into the features of marketing one by one. The first feature of marketing is need and want. Okay, the main aim of the marketing is the needs and wants of the customers. We do marketing in order to fulfill the needs and wants of the customers. Therefore, the essential element or the most important factor that an entrepreneur needs to consider in marketing is the customer's needs and wants. The second thing is market offering. Market offering is offering the products and services in the market. Okay, so what kind of product and services you are going to offer in the market? What is going to be the size? What is going to be the shape? What is going to be the product quality that you are going to give in the market? For example, if your product is TV, so what TV are you going to give to the market? What will be the size? What will be the shape? What will be the price? Whether it's going to be a black and white TV, whether it's going to be a flat TV, whether it's going to be a 21-inch TV, whether it's going to be 42-inch TV, and what are the different price rates, right? So when you offer your products and services in the market, you have to consider all these factors. That is, what kind of products you are offering to the market. Okay, therefore market offering deals with the products and services in which size, shape, quality, price you are offering to the market. The next is the customer's value. Okay, this is an important factor, and by customer value we mean to say that customer pays the price for the value of the product only after satisfaction. Only once the customer is satisfied, he or she will value your product and will buy your product. Therefore, it is very important and essential for an entrepreneur to keep in mind the customer value. An entrepreneur should also consider factors like adding more value, right? Adding more value to the products in order to gain customer base and in order to gain the customer value, that is loyalty of the customers. The next feature is exchange mechanism. As we all know that marketing involves two parties, that is buyers and the sellers, right? So in buyers and the sellers, it has two mechanisms, that is buyers is one party, sellers is another party. Therefore, there are two mechanisms, an exchange mechanism where a buyer will give money as the value for which the product is being received. Therefore, there is an exchange mechanism, and it is a most important factor in marketing. And so, while dealing with this exchange mechanism, what will be the mechanism? Whether you are going to use direct from producer to the seller, or from producer to wholesaler to the customer, or whether from the producer to the wholesaler to the retailer to the customer, right? So all those things, what is the exchange mechanism that you are going to use is also a feature of marketing. Okay, so let's move ahead to marketing mix. You know, McCarthy or MC Carty have defined this marketing mix in 4 P's. There are different definitions given by different people, by Philip Kotler also. It also have defined marketing mix, and it is in your textbook. Okay, so once you look into your textbook, you will get the meanings given by different people. But today we will consider this definition, the marketing mix of MC Carty or McCarthy. That is, she have defined this that marketing mix has 4 elements. And these 4 elements I have explained to you in the previous classes also, but let me just remind you what does this 4 P's stand for. In 4 P's, there are 4 P. Okay, there are 4 P. The first is the product, the second is the price, the third is the place, and the fourth is the promotion. But let us look into one by one. Okay, one by one, the 4 P's. The first is product. So what are the different factors and different elements under product? So under product, that is, product is under marketing mix, and under product it has a product mix. And this product mix considers the quality of the product, the design of the product, the packaging of the product, and product assortment. Product assortment is the line of the product or items of the product. So in product mix, there are these 4 elements, that is quality of the product, okay, quality of the product, design of the product, packaging of the product, and product assortment. So under product mix, there are these 4 elements, and in product there are also different factors in product. What are the things that you need to consider in product, in product mix? This branding, labeling, trademark, and packaging also comes into it. Okay, so let's look into the first thing, that is branding. What is branding? Okay, so branding is the identification of the product, or brand is the identification of a product which is differentiated from its competitors. A brand can be in the form of name, okay, name, symbol, or sign. Okay, a brand name is a name which is which can be spoken or which is verbal. Okay, brand names such as Samsung, right, Adidas, those are brand name which you can pronounce verbally. But there are certain brand which cannot be, the part of the brand which cannot be verbally spoken are signs and symbols. For example, you know, the three star in that that star, like this, something symbol of a Mercedes car. You have a symbol and then you recognize that it is a Mercedes car, right? And in Pepsi also, you have a bowl which is blue and red in color, then you recognize that it is a Pepsi, right? So a branding has name, symbols, and signs which identifies the product from its competitors, and you pay a differential price for it. So in branding there are different strategies. Okay, you have different strategies in branding, and in branding also we will look at the strategies one by one in the next class. But in branding, what one more thing that you need to consider is trademark. Okay, trademark is the legal protection of your brand. By legal protection, we mean here that no other competitor or no other company can use the brand name of your company or the brand name of your enterprise or your product. Therefore, in branding, branding is just the identifier of a product, and it is an identification of a product which can be in the form of name, symbol, and trademark. Okay, brand mark. So branding is considered as a very important element for distinction, which distincts your product from the product of your competitors, and for which your customers are willing to pay differential price. Okay, for which your customers wants to pay more price because of your brand. There are different kinds of branding strategies, and we will look into it in the next class one by one. So what we have studied in today's class is the marketing, right? So in marketing, what you need to consider is the marketing mix, and in the marketing mix there are 4 P's, and we are done with the first P, that is the product. Okay, we have known the meaning of product, and under product there is a product mix, and under the product mix again there is a sub factor, that is branding. So in today's class we have learned branding. In the next class we will learn about the different strategies of branding. That's all for today's class, and thank you.